Your coffee aisle usually looks more like this. Even the coffee grounds often come with a flavor. And from what I've experienced here, it's not very common to put
God, Snickers, coffee tasting like Snickers. Did I saw that? No, right? I did. That was a mirage or something, right? I didn't saw that, right? Please tell me.
Often come with a flavor. And from what I've experienced,
No, I saw it. Okay, what new technology do you guys have in America that coffee can taste like Snickers? Today I'll be reacting to 7 things I had never seen before I came to the US. Okay, this should be a fascinating one. But before I go into that, can I ask you for one thing? If you can leave a like, thank you so much, my friend. This is the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, well, in that case, yeah, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Now, link for the original video in my description. I already reacted to part 1, so search that on my channel. But yeah, let's play it.
dude, look at this. I have a checkbook.
What?
I feel so sophisticated now. Yeah, you're gonna need it to pay all your bills. I don't get it. What's so cool about that? I've never seen a check before. Like, this is like in the old movies.
Okay, actually I remember those as a kid, but they are not a thing anymore, yeah.
Hello, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on and off since 2016. It's been a few weeks since I uploaded my last video on here, and the reason for that is that my personal life has been really intense in the last few weeks. Ben and I finished up a bunch of things in our house after we had some major renovations going on the last few months, and then a bunch of people were in town in August, including a friend from Germany who stayed with us for a few days, and then my parents were visiting, and then Ben and I are actually going to Germany already next week. But before we leave, I'm going to prepare a bunch of content for you guys, starting with this video. In case you're wondering why my background looks a little bit different today, I also got a new YouTube shelf. This was my old one. I got that one 2 years ago when I first rented out the dedicated room for recording at my old place. And
the background actually looks quite nice.
some of you probably remember that I asked you guys to send me decorations for the shelf that would then be part of my
You guys like my background? I never asked about that. Maybe not, I don't know.
video background. The idea was kind of to have you guys
I mean, it's not as fancy with all of those colors, but I love this type of backgrounds.
my community represented in my videos, and you totally delivered and sent me so many cool things over the last 2 years. Many of you even sent me handmade things. I mean, that's just really, really special to me.
So cool.
A big thank you for that. And since I have a lot more space on this shelf now, there's a bunch of room for new additions. So I was thinking, if you want to send me something too that you think would be a good fit and look cool in the background of my videos, just send it to my PO box. The address is right here, and you can also find it in the...
So let me say one thing. Actually, I'm really glad that she's mentioning the PO box, because you guys have been requesting that like crazy. I had one at one point. I don't have it anymore because I was having a lot of problems with customs, and I don't want to give you problems and even for you to go to all of that process. So I'm not accepting things anymore, but maybe soon I will fix this type of stuff. For now, you know, me just imagine that you guys can have problems, you know, no chance, right? But makes me a bit sad, I have to admit.
The info box below, and who knows, maybe you'll see your gift in one of my future videos. Now let's get to the topic of today's video. With my friend and my parents visiting from Germany recently, I was kind of reminded of all of the everyday things that are different here that I don't even really notice anymore after all this time. Like, I found myself explaining things like, no, we don't need to return the shopping cart back to the store here because American stores usually have these cart return stations in the parking lot, which a few years ago were all things that people had to explain to me when I first came here, because there were a lot of things that I had literally never seen before. And that's why today I want to share 7 of those things with you that I had never seen before I came to the US.
Let's see it.
Now, I have made a video with this title before, and I covered some major things in that, so make sure
that video was crazy, by the way.
To watch that if you haven't seen it yet. I'll link it up here and down below. But of course, there are a few more things on that list that I'll tell you about now.
Like what?
Starting with ads for prescription medication.
What?
So the first time I was watching TV in the US and suddenly saw an ad for a diabetes medication, I was totally caught off guard because even though I was used to ads for aspirin or wound healing creams, I had never
Yeah, these type of ads, they also appear here quite a lot, but things that are a bit more serious, like, diabetes, heart conditions or something like that, no, you cannot put that on TV. Because that can be very dangerous.
never in my life seen an
But I guess you guys do it different in America, right? Do you guys like this type of ads, or you guys also think that should not be allowed? Actually, I wonder,
ad for a medication treating a serious illness like this.
Trulicity is an injection to improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes when used with diet and exercise. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
To me, it kind
Okay, at least says ask your doctor. Okay.
of felt out of place to see that in the middle of a comedy movie, and it almost made it seem somewhat untrustworthy in a way. Like, my first thought was that this isn't something that you should advertise for, as in, oh, look at me, I'm laughing with my family in slow-mo while holding the medication into the camera. Like, I felt like this should be a decision that you make based on evidence and depending on whether your doctor
Okay, to be honest, she has a point here. Can we agree with that? The thing with this is, the problem for me is not even the ad, is that certain companies that have more money, they probably put more ads, and you may even have a similar type of, you can have a cheap alternative. You know what I mean, my friends?
think that this could
But since marketing is so impactful in our lives that they can sell you one thing that is so necessary for you, you know what I mean? Like a medicament, but yeah.
actually help you. Now, the reason why this was so odd for me is that in Germany, and in fact almost the entire world, advertising prescription drugs to consumers is actually illegal. In Germany, this is regulated in the so-called Arzneimittelgesetz, the German drug law. Only 2 countries in the world actually allow this, the US and New Zealand. And there was, and sometimes still is, a big discussion about this here in the US,
Okay.
but they did end up making prescription drug ads legal in print media in the 1980s and for radio and TV in 1997. If you want to learn more about this whole topic and the details of these regulations, check out this really interesting video by Vox. It gives a really great summary, so I'll just put the link for you in the info box. Now, even
What the hell was that title? Sorry. How Americans got stuck with the endless drugs ads. Wait, is it really that bad, my friends? No, I'm kind of curious. Do you guys really get a lot of ads for drugs in America? I wonder now.
by Vox. It gives a really great summary, so I'll just put the link for you in the info box. Now, even though I said that seeing these ads felt somewhat inappropriate to me, and still does a little, this is really a discussion with a good number of arguments on the pro side as well. It might motivate people to even go to the doctor about their health complaints, for example. So there are really pros and cons in this discussion.
Good point.
One thing that's safe to say, though, is that it can be really funny when more than half of the ad is dedicated to nothing but possible risks and side effects of the drug.
Some people have had changes in behavior, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking
Well.
changes. If you notice agitation, hostility, depression, or changes in behavior, thinking, or mood that are not typical for you, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions, stop taking Chantix and call your doctor right away. Talk to your doctor about any history of depression or other mental health problems, which can get worse while taking Chantix. Some people can have allergic or serious skin reactions to Chantix, some of which can be life-threatening. If you notice swelling of face, mouth, throat, or rash, stop taking
He's going
Chantix and see a doctor
crazy.
right away. Tell your doctor which medicines you're taking, as they may work differently when you quit smoking. Chantix dosing may be different if you have kidney problems. The most common side effect is nausea. Patients also reported trouble sleeping and vivid, unusual, or strange dreams.
Oh, it
Until you
does
find
not
Chantix
stop,
ineffective, use caution when driving or operating machinery. Chantix should not be taken with other quit smoking products.
Wait, what? I think it's better to put something like that. If I was in charge of that company, I would say, you know what? Does not even put all of that type of stuff. Put just a simple line. You may die if you take this. Yeah. Done.
We're gonna stay on this whole ad topic for just a little bit longer because another thing that was completely new to me was seeing regional ads even when watching a nationwide channel. Now, of
What?
course, this is something that's completely normal to
Ow.
see on social media and when streaming things on Hulu or here on YouTube nowadays, everyone is being shown different ads on the internet. And part of that is that you might see ads that are targeted specifically at your city or a general region, like about an upcoming concert, for example, or a local business.
Oh, okay.
But on TV, this is just not something that's common in Germany. Almost all of our TV channels in Germany are nationwide channels.
No, but this makes a lot of sense for America, since America is so big. This is actually tremendous.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that they show different ads to different regions. Like, I'm pretty sure that every German viewer gets
really
the
rare,
exact same ads. Now,
basically, the country acts as one thing. And in America, I feel like, at least, is a bit different, right? 50 states. I totally get it.
You have regional channels and regional windows where there's like a 1 hour slot that's going to be specific to your area, but that's really the minority of all of our TV channels in Germany. Now, it does make sense that it would be a little different in the US, given how big this country is. I mean, the continental US has 4 different time zones, so when scheduling TV programs, they have to put different times on the announcement. Eastern and Pacific time usually. Or I also often see them list Eastern and Central time around here. And then sometimes they actually rebroadcast things later for the people in the Mountain and Pacific time zones. So as you can tell, the size of this country already makes broadcasting a way different experience, and seeing regional ads even when watching a big national show is part of that.
You know what, my friends, this now sounds dumb, I know, but when I started reacting, I already started thinking about going to America, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go to New York in the morning, and the next day I'm in Texas, just chilling. And then I realized, it's so far. I mean, I can be in the next day in Texas, I know that, but my idea was a bit different. It was like, Texas. No, André, but did you ever look at the map? Relax, okay? I mean, sorry.
Specifically remember when I came to the US in August of 2016, shortly before the elections in November, I saw a lot of political campaigns for local candidates. And at first I was like, oh, this person's from Ohio? I'm in Ohio. What are the odds? And there are a lot of election ads in the US compared to Germany, even on regional and city levels, but that's a different topic.
Okay. Different topic. What? Nah. What?
City levels, but that's a different topic.
Flavored coffee creamer, tremendous stuff. I have been putting some creamer on my coffee. Wait, flavored? Wait. I was not even realizing the word. No. Okay. What new technology are we working here?
Let's move on to something much more enjoyable that was not a thing that I was familiar with growing up in Germany, and that is flavored coffee creamer. So this stuff. I remember on our first
Oh my god, this is a new world.
USA road trip that we did as a family in 2011, they had these coffee machines in all of the hotel lobbies where they had coffee, and then they'd also have a dispenser like this one that would have regular creamer, but also usually vanilla and hazelnut flavored creamer. And guys, I don't drink coffee. I don't like it. It doesn't wake me up. But on that vacation, 17-year-old me definitely had some coffee every now and then, because with that sweet vanilla creamer in it, it didn't even taste like coffee anymore. It tasted like...
Okay, now we are going too far. It needs to taste like coffee still, with some vanilla.
Like dessert. Of course, I kind of overdid it with the creamer, but if you look at the coffee culture in the US, there's definitely lots of sweetness and flavors. And this even starts with the coffee grounds. When you look at the coffee selection at a German grocery store, you'll kind of just have coffee. I mean, there will be different roasts.
Okay, this looks like my normal store. Exactly.
And strengths, and there will be regular coffee and espresso, but it's very straightforward. Whereas in the US,
and sometimes it's coffee from Brazil, for example, coffee from Cuba, coffee from Colombia, you know what I mean? That type of stuff, from Angola, a lot of, but it's coffee, basically.
Your coffee aisle usually looks more like this. Even the coffee grounds often come with a flavor. And from what I've experienced here, it's not very common to put
God, Snickers, coffee tasting like Snickers. Did I saw that? No, right? I did. That was a mirage or something, right? I didn't saw that, right? Please tell me.
Often come with a flavor. And from what I've experienced...
No, I saw it. Okay, what new technology do you guys have in America that coffee can taste like Snickers? No, right? This is not fair. This is not fair. No, I'm okay. I'm gonna move to America. I don't know how, but
Experienced here, it's not very common to put regular milk in your coffee, but it's usually coffee creamer, often
yeah, here we put milk quite a lot.
flavored creamer. And we do
Oh my.
have unflavored creamer in Germany as well, Kaffeesahne, but I feel like it's just as common to use regular milk or whatever milk substitute you prefer.
True,
But
true,
flavored
true.
creamer is not something I've ever seen in Germany.
What? Oh my god, this video is crazy. We started with what? I don't even remember. Was what? The medical stuff, right? Okay, that's... Forget about that. Now we are in the real deal, you know? Sweet cream
Again,
cheese.
we're kind of staying on a similar topic, and this is something that I hadn't even thought about in years, but when my friend was here a few weeks ago, she saw this in our fridge and she just couldn't wrap her head around the fact
Show
that
me.
this even existed. Sweet cream cheese. In Germany,
I don't know. Strawberry. What? Okay, so I will try to defend Europe right now. No, I can't. Now, this is a tremendous idea. Never mind.
cream cheese is something savory that we eat on bread or knäckebrot or maybe
Yeah.
with pretzels. And to be completely honest with you, our cream cheese game is kind of on a whole different level compared to the US. We have lots of
Okay.
different flavors, different textures, or whipping degrees, and lots of different brands. While in the US,
True.
it seems like Philadelphia pretty much has the cream cheese monopoly nowadays.
What?
But what we don't have in Germany is blueberry flavored cream cheese.
No, I was about to say that actually. We have Philadelphia here, but there is no flavor. Flavor, cheese. Now, what's the flavor? What do you mean? It's cheese. What? Flavor is cheese. No, it's cheese that tastes like blueberry. That makes a lot of sense, right? No, it actually. Oh my! No, I would love to try it.
Or honey pecan, or strawberry, or cinnamon. Those are very
No, no. Okay, let's try that. Put that one back. Sorry.
cream cheese. Or honey pecan,
Honey pecan. So that's 3 flavors. Honey pecan and cheese. Oh, what a great mix, probably.
or strawberry, or cinnamon. Those are very
Brown sugar. Okay, no, okay. Americans really went too far with the capitalism stuff. Man, this makes me love America even more.
common in the US though.
I have a crazy fat mind. You guys have no idea. Nah, I'm honest. You know, I don't try to pretend. No. If I go to America, I'm fat.
Plus, I've realized
I'm already fat, so
that cream cheese
extra.
is something that's mainly used for baking and cooking here, or for eating on a bagel, which of course is something that we don't really have either in Germany. I mean, we have all of our bread and bread rolls, and you can find bagels in Germany if you look for them, but they're
No,
not
here you can, by the way.
really a popular thing. Like, you won't find bagels at a regular German bakery. And at least in Munich, I can't think of a bagel shop or anything like that. I'm sure
A
they
bagel
exist
shop?
somewhere, but
No.
I don't remember ever seeing one. In
But
the
in a
US, though,
supermarket you can.
bagels are sacred, especially in New York. And bagels are what you put your cream cheese on. I remember that by
Wait, really? Not bread? Is the bagel the game? Okay.
American roommates gave me a really weird look one time during my first few months here because I put cream cheese on a slice of toast. Even Ben
I do that also.
thinks that this is weird to this day, which I don't understand at all. I mean, a bagel is just another type of bread. Now, of course, there
Okay, this is a fair point. Can we agree? This is a fair point. Sometimes people are really... This is not just Americans, everyone. Oh, if you do this or that, come on, it's the same thing. Relax. You know, Italians are probably the worst. Yeah, I said it.
are savory bagels that people eat with plain cream cheese or
André, why are you saying Italian? Did you guys saw some Italian videos on YouTube? People that say, you cannot do carbonara this way. Oh, gee, oh. Okay, I mean, not the end
onion
of the
or
world.
garden vegetable cream cheese and maybe some egg, cheese, and bacon. But you also have your cinnamon bagels or blueberry bagels with blueberry
No, my friends, now I need a great explanation to this. Any psychopath watching my videos ever tried blueberry bagels with Philadelphia blueberry cheese flavor? If so, leave me a like. I love you.
Berry cream cheese. To be honest, I don't really know what combinations people like the most. I'm still not really into sweet cream cheese, except for the honey pecan one. That one's really good, but I
That sounds great, actually.
don't exclusively put that on bagels. So maybe you guys can share your favorite sweet bagel combos in the comments.
What? No. We have those. Come on.
The next item is something that you'll notice as soon as you get off the plane in the
Oh my god, I feel like I'm in defensive mode since all of that. Okay, now I have to relax, okay?
US, because you'll see them at airports, malls, public parks, schools, really everywhere. But I had never seen one in my entire life in Germany. Water fountains. To me, they
Oh my god, it's not what I was thinking. What the hell is that?
were one of those things that I had only
I
seen
thought about the thing you guys have in parks, you know, with. Oh, never mind.
in American cartoons and movies, especially when they took place in a school setting, like in Disney's Recess, for example, or Lizzie McGuire or Kim Possible. I remember
Speaking
that there
Japanese
was
too.
always a scene where kids messed with the water fountain so that the next one who uses it would get water all over them. But I always thought it was kind of a weird concept to bend down to a little faucet to drink out of it like a dog, instead of having a water bottle to drink out of. To be completely honest, I still don't really like doing that. Or maybe I'm just not talented enough to drink out of them without getting
Oh, no, never mind. So, actually, that was a thing when I was a kid. Oh my god, this video is crazy. Basically, you push a button and, and we go, okay, no, I'm seeing what, okay. Actually, I like it to drink from it when I was a kid.
American cartoons and
Okay, never
movies,
mind.
especially when they took
Never
place
mind.
in a school
We
setting,
are back.
like in Disney's Recess, for example. Messed, kind of a weird concept
skip
to
that.
drink out of. To be completely honest, I still don't really like doing that. Or maybe I'm just not
Fair.
talented enough to drink out of them without getting half of my face wet. What I do really like, though, is when there's also a little station specifically for filling up your water bottle. That's absolutely genius, in my opinion.
Ooh, that's
I mean, you
genius.
can also fill up your bottle at a regular water fountain, but it's just so much easier with those water filling
True.
stations. Now, you probably guessed it, but in Germany, water fountains aren't a thing. Instead, at least that's what I always do, is that I just refill my water bottle with tap water, like in the public restroom, for example.
Yeah, but she has a point here, but I remember the fountains, actually, back in the day.
We have really good tap water all over the country, and unlike tap water in a lot of regions of the US, like here in Cincinnati, it doesn't have that chlorine taste to it, so it's really a great alternative. And I've personally never really felt like it's hard to find water in Germany, but I do see how having dedicated drinking fountains with filtered water that people can even use without having a bottle on them is probably a better solution.
Agreed. Shacks. Okay, this one
Those
is
of
a
you
bit
who've been
more.
watching my videos for a while
This was very common back in the day, but nowadays it's not. But in America, it seems like you guys still use it, right? I mean, surprises me because you guys are so advanced in terms of technology that I feel like nowadays shacks, just do it online or something. But maybe there is a reason.
have probably heard me talk about this more than enough, but it just has to be on this list because one thing I had definitely never seen before moving to the US is a check. And to be completely honest, I
saw
didn't
it.
even realize that those were actually still a thing in the US. I have talked about this topic in my video on money, for example, and in my video about
Ooh, I may have to check this one.
everyday differences that surprised me in the US.
And that?
And I know that many Americans like to respond to this by saying, "What? No, you're wrong about that. We don't use checks in the US anymore. I haven't seen one in like 20 years.
Oh,
and of course,
what?
you can definitely get around checks if you try to. And there might be regional differences too. Like it's possible that they're more common here in the Midwest. And I'm not talking about people paying with checks at the grocery store. But fact is, when I first moved here, my landlord wanted all of his tenants to pay rent via check. And get this, mail the check to him. So you write the check, put it in an envelope, and then send it via actual mail. So that was definitely a culture shock for me because in Germany, it's common to pay rent and all of your bills via bank transfer. And I came here under the impression that the US is a lot more advanced in regards to electronic payments and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, America, you guys know, I think I I have the best opinion of America. I think you guys are so advanced in a lot of stuff. You guys are the industry leading force, basically, in a lot of fields. This surprises me. But do you guys think this is actually something that, okay, maybe in certain regions, but is not that common, the check stuff?
And this was kind of an issue
To be honest, who cares? Nothing against, right? I mean, if someone prefers this way.
for me because I didn't have an American bank account at the time and therefore couldn't write checks myself. But this hasn't been my only encounter with checks. Since then, I've had several other landlords that wanted their rent via check. I received my own checkbook when I finally opened up an American bank account.
Checks.
I'm not showing it from the front because all my information is on it. I've been paid for freelancing work via check more than I have been paid via electronic payments, even by big institutions like the university. I've paid contractors via check, I've paid my taxes via check, and have received my tax refund from the government via check in the mail. And
This is also possible here, by the way.
every time I've been to a production, like for a short film or for the Clio app, everyone in the crew would get an envelope with their check in it. A lot of Americans say that
Crazy.
checks are so popular because of the skepticism towards online banking and because many people don't want others knowing their bank account number. But I
Oh, this is a good point. I never thought about this. You know what? This is actually okay. I may have to to change my mind on this. This is a great point.
think in a lot of cases it's also just convenience because bank transfers aren't
No, but privacy nowadays is really an important topic. Could you guys agree?
always super easy in the US, especially if you don't have your bank account connected to a third-party service like Zelle or PayPal. Long story short, they're definitely a thing here, while in Germany, checks haven't been a thing for a few decades now. I've never even seen the option to pay via check on a form or something, and I had quite literally never seen a check in my life.
Fair. Okay, screen doors, storm doors. What the hell is a storm door? Screen doors, I feel like I know. Is for the insects, right? In the summer. I believe it, right? But my friends, I love this type of videos. Do you guys have fun with me reacting to this? We are basically not exactly at the end, but I always love to ask this. Who is still watching with me? I mean, we are what, 26 minutes in, but we are 15 on this video. So leave me the number 15 if I'm not watching this alone in Portugal.
And the last item on my list of things that I had never seen before I came to the US is this, a screen door or storm door. The reason why this came to my mind is that when my German friend stayed with us and asked what these are for, I didn't really have an answer, but it did remind me of how new these were to me when I first came here. For the longest time, I did realize that they had a little locking mechanism to keep them open, and I always thought that this was so annoying that when you needed it to stay open for a while, like when bringing in your groceries or something, someone always needed to hold it or you had to put a chair in it, but turns out I was just really stupid. Not all houses in the US have these, but a lot of the places here in Cincinnati do, and they're basically an extra door outside of the front door, or
My friend, Cincinnati is Midwest, right?
also the back door, that either has a bug screen in it or glass. Now, when they have a bug screen, I think the main purpose is that you can have your door open for ventilation, but you'll still be protected from bugs flying in.
I
And
like
if you
that
have your
idea,
pets, for
actually.
example, it also keeps them inside while still being able to look out the door and
Yep.
smell and hear things outside. When it comes to the storm doors with glass in them, according to the internet, they're simply there to help protect your main door from rain, ice, and snow.
That one I don't get it. Because why not put a better door? Just one instead of two. And go with a strong door. You know what I mean? Because if there is snow, there will still be snow in the other side. You know what I mean? Am I saying
Those
something?
were 7 additional things that
Am I missing something? Because that one I don't get that well. But maybe you guys, have a good explanation. Feel free to share that in the comments.
I had never seen before I came to the US. Now, of course, I want to know from you which things you saw for the very first time when you travel to another country. Let me know in the comments below. Before I wrap this up, I wanted to address something real quick that has been going on in the comment sections underneath my videos in the last few weeks and months. My team and I really tried to stay on top with blocking spam and fake accounts, but recently there's been
Yeah, this I'm quite a smaller channel than fairly, but this happens a lot nowadays. Be careful, my friends.
like 5 new ones every single day. So in case you have no clue what I'm talking about, if you see a comment from an account with my profile picture, but that doesn't have the same name as me, so it doesn't have Feli from Germany as the name.
This makes me so sad because the other day I got emails of people thinking I was DMing them and stuff. It's so annoying. I already made a post on the community tab on YouTube. But yeah, if that ever happened, I don't DM anyone, by the way.
Or it has the same name, but it doesn't have the little check mark after their name. That is not me. These profiles pretend to be me, and then they ask people to message them privately on Telegram or WhatsApp. So please know that I would never ask any of you to message me privately, and I'm also never going to share my phone number anywhere. So please don't reply to these people, don't message them, and instead, please report them here on YouTube. Thank you. And to end this video on a more positive note, as many of you probably know, the Munich Oktoberfest is starting next weekend. In case you happen to travel to Germany for that, Ben and I made a little video guide about Dirndls and Lederhosen recently. And I also have a whole Oktoberfest guide video on my channel from 2 years ago, so I'll put both of those videos up here for you. But in case you'd simply like to get some Oktoberfest feeling at home, or want to get a unique gift for a loved one, I'm doing an Oktoberfest sale on felifromgermany.com, which means that all of my beer mugs are currently 15% off. The 1 liter ones, the half-liter ones, and also the personalized ones. This sale is going to go all the way through Oktoberfest until October 3rd, so if you don't have one of these yet but always wanted one, now is your chance. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And if you want to support me and my channel, you can do so on Patreon, Ko-fi.com, or by sending me a super thanks here on YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope I'll see you next time.
It was amazing, my
friends.
Thank you so much for watching this with me. At the end, I did not skip the sponsor because since I'm reacting, I think it's more than fair, my friends. But Feli from Germany, a lot of times actually, I don't agree with their opinions, but I always think she makes tremendous videos, and I like to react to this type of stuff. So yeah, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, all the good stuff. See you guys in the next one. Bye, my friends.